How do you like this roster you put together?
I think the guys have been going hard since first week of June and been real competitive. I like our depth, and we got some experience, and both units have been competitive. And probably my best team, my team with Lou Dort and Zylan Cheatham. We just those practices were wars, and it was guys going at each other pretty hard, and it really got us ready to play. And I feel kind of in a similar way about this group, just because of our athleticism, our length, size around the basket, and just some older guys that have played a lot of college basketball. So I think it's a good mix.
What about the chemistry?
I think the guys genuinely, like I told you, probably around this time last year, the guys like each other, seem to get along well. Um, I think we have a lot to prove, all of us. They read the magazines and they see the projections, and they don't see their names mentioned in almost any of those categories by all the people that know it all about college basketball. And coming off the last 2 years, it's probably justified. But so I think there's been edge, to what we've been doing, and hopefully that carries over and continues throughout the next few weeks.
The Cambridge Brothers package deal, obviously coming here. What do they bring?
They're very different. Devin is. I like Devin coming from a program that's been winning, and that's a priority for him to continue to do that. And just he's an elite athlete in the open court, and the way we play, our style, I think it fits him. And does a little bit of everything. I think he's kind of will bring some of the ingredients that like Kamani Lawrence brought for us. And Dez is going to provide more instant offense, and we need to get better at that end of the floor. That was I think what held us back last year, and so adding him and getting Marcus Bagley healthy will be key for us to address that.
What do you hope to see from Marcus this season now that he appears to be healthy?
I touched on just having a chip on your shoulder, being hungry, something to prove, all those cliches, and then I think that's a bullseye for Marcus. He's heard a lot of people talk about him not being able to stay healthy, and will he ever be able to play here and stuff, and he's highly motivated, and it's as good as he's looked really since his freshman year, and so we have high hopes for the season that he's hopefully could put together for us this year.
Does it seem like this is as versatile a team that you could do with your lineups, and what challenges or opportunities are presented by that?
I think just distribution of playing time will be something that I'm going to have to handle very well. I think I touched on our depth. I think we're extremely deep, especially on the perimeter. There's I'd be comfortable playing a number of guys at those spots, and maybe that's a kind of a reactionary thing by me with all the injuries we've dealt with on the perimeter the last 2 years, to say, hey, look, I'm not, if one guy goes down, it's not going to derail what we're doing. So we do have options. We could play small. We could go really big, and so I think there is versatility to our roster.
How about the size you have this year, Bobby?
It's I think it's really solid, and I think I'm going to be able to get Marcus as a three. So when you have a guy like that, and I remember back to his game against USC his freshman year, at 12 defensive rebounds, and we got to be a better rebounding team. So you get bigger, even on your perimeter spots, and then Warren Washington has been a presence around the basket with his length and shot blocking and finishing above the rim, and Gaffney the same thing, and Enoch is older and a little more experienced now. So I like that in terms of our paint coverage and our ability to score around the basket.
What difference have you seen from Enoch from this time last year to today?
He's continued to be a work in progress, and I think that there's not going to be a ton of pressure on him, because you bring in a guy like Warren Washington that's been very productive, that's older, experienced, and I think he's just go in and be physical, score around the basket when you get your opportunities, and just keep things real simple for him.
How's Frankie look different?
Frankie is different than I've had, and again, I watched him rise up today, and almost have his head near the rim finishing, and saying, wow, has this position changed since I was doing it like 30 years ago? And so that was, it's really exciting to see him be able to do some of the things he could do athletically. but he's probably the best I've had at being a pure point guard and just getting others involved. I know the guys love being on his team because he finds people and he's thinking about playing like a point guard, and then he's going to guard the heck out of the ball. He's really, really takes it personal defensively. So, like, I think it'll be really positive for us at that position.
Does that at all change how you might actually deploy the guys, and just scheme or anything like that?
I think it takes some pressure off, me knowing I got a guy out there that is going to, kind of control things and again, get guys involved, keep guys happy. And because, if a guy gets missed and he's wide open, it's a demoralizing thing, and it chips away at the trust that the team has. So if you have a point guard that's really, again, focusing on that, then it makes our lives easier.